Hey friends, Ash here with Gents. Today I've got another first impression video for you guys. I bought 3 fragrances from Azzaro's new Sensual Blends line off of Fragrance X. They were about 27 bucks each. So this is a line that currently has 5 fragrances in it, and I bought the 3 that were most interesting to me, which are Wild Mint, Ginger Lover, which is an okay name, I guess, and Amber Fever. So the ones I didn't buy are Naughty Leather, which is not the greatest name of all time, and then the other one is Hot Pepper. I didn't buy Hot Pepper. Now, if these are really good, I probably will buy those 2 fragrances. Like I said, these were about 26, 27 bucks, so these are pretty cheap. You can buy them brand new, under 30 bucks, 100 milliliter size bottle. To me, that's a cheap fragrance. So my hope is that at least one of these is going to be really good, kind of like a cheap hidden gem type fragrance, but who knows? Let's open these bad boys up and check them out. I've got Amber Fever in my hand, so I guess let's open this one up and start with that one. Obviously, this line has each fragrance based off of a different note. Amber Fever, Amber, Ginger Lover is ginger, Wild Mint is mint, and so on. If you're familiar with the Azzaro Pour Homme bottle style, then you're gonna be really familiar with how this one looks. Of course, Azzaro Pour Homme, classic barbershop fragrance. A great buy in my opinion if you do like older barber school style fragrances. It's not very expensive and it's really nice quality. So here we go, Azzaro Pour Homme Amber Fever. Now, with these boxes, you'll notice on the back, they've got a picture of the bottle. So you've got this kind of stylized photo of the fragrance on the back there. On the bottom is where you'll find your badge code. And there's the bottle. So it's in that Azzaro Pour Homme style bottle. It's got this nice gradient where it's darker up here and then fades down into whatever color matches up with your fragrance. Cap clicks into place, but it's not really super sturdy, so I wouldn't pick this one up by the cap. I know most of you out there don't do that, but a lot of people do. Atomizer's pretty good. Okay, so this one does not go straight ambery off the top, which is kind of what I was expecting. This one actually has sort of like a green, well, not super green, but like slightly powdery herbal facets in the top of the fragrance here. It's not entirely barbershoppy, but in the initial first part of the fragrance here, there is a little bit of that barbershop facet going on, which is interesting. I didn't expect that at all. Yeah, so there's this little bit of like that powder that you do get from some barbershop fragrances, and it's clean, a little bit herbal, clary sage in the top. There's a little bit of sweetness in the opening, but not too much. The clary sage definitely is the thing that's coming across most prominently in the opening. I'm gonna go ahead and let this settle a little bit to see how it dries down, see if those richer, sweeter notes start to come out as it sits on my skin. So next one up is this one, Ginger Lover. Here's a quick look at the box. Gonna be very, very similar to the last one, of course. And there's the bottle for you for Ginger Lover. So Amber Fever has an orange coloration, this one a little more gold. There we go. Pretty nice, pretty nice. It's lime, fresh, zingy ginger, and a fresh green cardamom. That's what's coming across. This one much brighter, doesn't have any of the dusty, herbal, powdery facets that Amber Fever had. This one, much different direction. Clean, fresh, bright, that sort of fragrance. Springtime, daytime, casual sort of scent is how it's coming across. I like it. It's got a nice little pop of ginger there, which you would expect. So it's kind of got this little sparkly effervescence to it. After it's settled down here, just a few seconds in, it smells nicer than initially. When it first hits your skin, it's slightly sharp for just a few seconds, and then that settles in nicely. So let's let that one settle as well and hop into Wild Mint. That way we can start to see how all 3 of these change up, at least in the initial part of the fragrance. Don't want to spend too much time on these and then only have Wild Mint on for a couple minutes, so let's crack into this one. Now with Wild Mint, what I'm expecting is that really attention-grabbing pop, obviously, of mint, maybe a little bit of citrus in the opening, but oftentimes mint as a note dies away very quickly. So we'll see if that happens here, at least initially. So here's a quick look at the box for Wild Mint, and there's a look at the bottle for Wild Mint as well. As you can see, green coloration on this one. All right, let's go ahead and spray this one on. That cap was on there really tightly. There we go, Wild Mint. Ooh, yeah, that's a lot of mint. I can smell that right away. Jumps right off my skin. Boom, big pop. Yeah, minty, yeah, obviously. Spearmint. Yeah, big pop of spearmint. Nice. One thing with wild mint, it's got cologne in here. So if you don't like that note, this may not do it for you in the opening, because there's a good amount in here. So that's supposed to be giving an ozonic sort of vibe to this. I do like it though. For me, this is nice. I have no qualms whatsoever, but some people with that just don't dig it. I like this. I like this mint. This is nice. So the mint here to me, very, very nice. My wife actually has multiple mint plants, and so if you just go up to them and smell the leaves, that's a little bit like the mint in here. It kind of prickles your nose a little bit, and it's really well done. It's not too sweetened up. It's not one of those mint notes that has that almost like syrupy facet to it or bubblegummy facet. A lot of mint fragrances, especially ones that have come out over the past, we'll call it 5-6 years, have had mint and just really sweetened the heck out of it. And that's not really the case here. A little bit of bergamot in here, not too much. The mint takes center stage for me. As far as openings go, that one's my favorite. I love the mint in here. It's a note that I do enjoy, and I think it's pulled off well. For $26, $27, happy with this. And the opening, real nice. Let me work back through the fragrances a little bit, see how they've changed, and then we'll wrap this up. So Amber Fever was the first one I sprayed on. Okay, the warmer notes, those sweeter notes, have started to come out, started to bloom a little bit. Clary Sage is taking some steps back. It's not got as much of that herbal feel anymore. Frankincense, not too much of it, not really smoky, and benzoin are coming out. It's a good amber fragrance, not the best I've ever smelled, but it's really nice. It's benzoin forward with just a touch of frankincense. Not really heavy though. You're not gonna get a lot of smoke from this, at least how it's coming across right now. As it dries down, maybe a couple hours from now, the incense will come out more, become more of a player, but it's just kind of a little touch of incense in there, like a little pop. It's warm. It does have a nice resinous, slightly balsamic tinge to it. I believe that cocoa is one of the notes, but I don't really pick up chocolate, not much of it anyway. Maybe a little nuance as it heads into the mid, but where it's sitting right now, not too much of one. As far as being a quality fragrance though, under 30 bucks, yeah, for sure. If you like amber fragrances and you were wanting one that was, you know, on the cheaper side, that you could kind of do like as a daily wear that you don't have to think about, solid. And I think really that's where all these fragrances kind of slot in, you know, under $30. These would give you kind of a change up from a lot of other fragrances out there and not really run up the cost, you know, so 26, 27 bucks, get whatever notes appeal to you and then use them as kind of a dumb reach on some days. That's how I would approach these. The amber one is good though. Nice. And now to Ginger Lover. So when you dig your nose in there, you can still pick up the ginger. It's not as sparkly as in the opening, not as attention grabbing, but still solid. Starting to go into like clean, woody territory. So that's where this one is headed. It is still bright though, still comes across spring, even summertime, that type of fragrance, daytime casual scent. And this is nice too. Yeah. I think scent-wise, I actually like Ginger Lover a little bit more than Amber Fever. I think they're both pretty good, especially for under 30 bucks. Actually, for under 30 bucks, really good. But Ginger Lover, it's got just this ease about it. It really is just a casual daytime warm weather fragrance. It's not something that's gonna set the world on fire, but Ginger Lover for me kind of follows in the footsteps of a lot of those versatile blue type fragrances that are very popular on the market. And I've talked about this in the past, that have ginger and then a citrus, and they kind of play off of each other in the opening. That's what this fragrance is going for. It's going for that style of opening. It's nice, yeah. This reminds me a little bit of something like Tiffany in Love, which I actually just talked about a few days ago. It's got a similar sort of opening. It's not the exact same, but just the opening, the way that the ginger is used, similar. And that's really appealing. It's just a nice smell, very pleasant, easy to wear. And even though it's not in a blue bottle, that's kind of the style of fragrance this is, you know, clean, modern woods. That's what it smells like it's gonna dry down into. Clean woods, probably a bit of sweetness, and then a nice ginger citrus opening. Tried, tested, true. A little bit simplistic, yeah. A little bit basic, yeah. But really pleasant, nice to smell. also yeah. And now let's check out this last one, Wild Mint. I like the opening more. The mint has taken a step back, which is kind of what I expected. It's still there. You can still pick it up. It's just a lot of that top end of the mint, you know, where it really sparkles, pops, jumps off your skin, grabs your attention, tickles your nose, all that good stuff. It's pretty much gone. So it's like you took mint and you sliced off that top part of the note. That's what's left. Mixing a little bit now with some piney, sort of woody notes. Yeah, for sure, 100%. I had to smell it like 3, 4, 5 times just now, and then all of a sudden it just hit me, like pine. That green, almost from pine needles, mixing in with the remnants of the mint. It's pleasant, it smells nice. I wish there was a little more depth to it. And that might sound weird, but when you smell it, it does smell nice. Like I've said, I'm not ragging on it, but there's like just a little something missing. You just want it to have a little more sparkle to it almost. Because in the top, when you first spray it on, it has that, grabs your attention. And then just 10 minutes in, 15 minutes in, that starts to fade pretty heavily. And it's like it's just missing a little bit of something, but it still smells really nice actually. It is interesting. Sometimes when I smell wild mint here, I get that pine mixing with the mint and it smells really, really, really nice. Other times I'll smell it. It smells like there's just something slightly off. Not in a way that's unpleasant, just in a way that you smell it and it's like everything is not necessarily hand in hand. It's kind of like a slight clash at times. Still good though. Pleasantly surprised here. Not a one of these sucks, so I'm really happy about that. Each one of these, I'm gonna give some more wear, and I think under 30 bucks, super solid. Yeah, Ginger Lover, just versatile, easy to wear, warm weather. Wild Mint starting to go more woods, little patchouli. Amber Fever starting to smell better. This one actually, Amber Fever, the longer this one goes, the better it gets. It's one of those kind of opposite fragrances. A lot of fragrances, when you first spray it on, the opening, that's the best part. That's the part that grabs your attention, and that's the part you remember. You're just like, oh yeah, the opening is so good, the opening is great. A lot of fragrances are that way. Amber Fever, dry down to me, at least this part of the dry down, better than the opening, not close. Yeah, the benzoin is coming out really nice. Amber creeping in there, warm, little bit powdery, sweet, resinous, nice fall time fragrance, good. Each one of these is good. Yeah, I like all these. For the price, this is great. Very pumped. I wouldn't say that these are like 9 out of 10 fragrances or 10 out of 10 or anything like that, but for under 30 bucks, yeah, these are probably like easy 7.5, maybe even an 8. I'll have to see. I'll have to wear it more, but for that price range or that price point, happy. I'll probably go ahead and pick up Naughty Leather and Hot Pepper now, but these ones were the ones that were most interesting to me, just based off of the note that they're working with here. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and place an order for the other two also and just complete out the collection here. All right guys, that's gonna do it for me for Wild Mint, Ginger Lover, and Amber Fever. If you've smelled any of these fragrances, let me know what you think about them in the comments below. This coming spring and summer, well, we're in spring, but coming summer, I'm gonna wear Wild Mint and Ginger Lover, and then this coming fall, break out Amber Fever and see how that does. All right guys, thanks for hanging out with me today. Stay safe out there. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks guys.